be able to figure it out if you haven't already. And you can register as a bidder and start bidding on some really, really cool packages and items that are available. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, the needs in our district continue to grow. I probably don't need to tell you that, but we want to underscore that tonight. And the District 112 Foundation has responded in the past 8 months to those critical, rapidly changing needs by supporting the district's Angel Fund to assist with nutritious lunches during spring break 2020. Additionally, the foundation recently awarded thousands of dollars in teacher grants to directly aid learning and innovation in the classroom, both virtual and in person. And I want to thank all you teachers who have been using all of that and who have done such a great job. But before we go any further, I want to make sure I thank the teachers, the administration, the staff, anybody, volunteers who is involved in our school district and that I have witnessed firsthand doing absolutely amazing things this year in District 112. So thank you. This evening, you will hear from one of our board members about why he supports the District 112 Foundation with his talents and his time. You'll also hear from several educators throughout the district about the very real impact the District 112 Foundation is having on students and staff as we advance excellence and innovation in the classroom and beyond. Again, thank you for joining us. Sit back. You don't have to worry whether you're wearing jeans or shorts. Maybe, you know what, I've got jeans on, but I've also got my TV gear on. So we can all relax and have fun together. Now I'm going to toss it over to Angela Erickson, the chair of the District 112 Foundation Board of Directors and fellow board member, John Gamades.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight from the Care 11 studios. It's so cool that you get to be there, kind of the best of both worlds, having you join us, but also being there on location as we kind of know you best in this area. So super thrilled to have you here. Thanks so much. Yeah, I am so excited to visit just for a couple of minutes with my counterpart on the District 112 Foundation Board, John Gamades. John is a fantastic member of the board. He is the chair of the communication committee. And I just want to have him share a couple of thoughts with you about why he's a part of the District 112 Foundation Board and some of the impact that he's seen and witnessed through his work in terms of teaching and learning throughout our district. So John, how are you tonight?
Awesome. Awesome. We are glad to be here tonight. This is, it's fun to do this virtually.
Yeah, it is fun. I mean, like Dave said, you know, you can do business on the top and party on the bottom. You can do your hair or not do your hair. I'm wearing the longest earrings that I've worn for a long time, so I'm excited about that. But otherwise, I just kind of came and I'm ready to rock without much muss or fuss. So I'm sure everybody's feeling that vibe. Tell us for a little bit, minute, John, what made you join the foundation board?
You know, kind of like what Dave said, we have 2 kids in the district. We've got 14-year-old twins in the district. They're at Chanhassen High School. And they've been through Victoria Elementary. They've been through Middle School East. Now they're at Chan. And I've seen firsthand all of the amazing work that our teachers are doing in this district and the opportunities that are there for our kids. One of the things I do know, though, too, is my wife, Christina, used to teach. And it's interesting, as teachers, our teachers end up spending a lot of their own money to bring innovation into classrooms. They put a lot out there so that our kids can have some of these extra opportunities. And it's important to me to come around and support these teachers who want to do cool things in their classrooms and give them a little bit more room to play in those areas and help our kids do cool things both in school and outside of the school as well. And as a business owner in the district, it was an opportunity for me to give back and to take some of my time and talents and find a good place for them that I could really get behind. So.
Yeah, I love that. Innovation, right, really is cornerstone for me too with what the foundation does. And I appreciate that sentiment. You know, speaking of innovation and some of the really cool ideas that come out of teaching and learning in the district, you know, as chair of the communications committee, you get a chance to see a lot of the stories of the impact of the foundation dollars and how they manifest themselves in our classrooms. Do you have a quick story to share about kind of what you've seen as one of the most impactful projects recently?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and this is something that we experienced even before I knew anything about the foundation or was involved in the foundation. And I came to find out afterward the impact that the foundation had in creating this opportunity. So when our kids were at Victoria Elementary, they got to participate in BizTown. And BizTown was this thing that I didn't know anything about, right? But they spent a handful of weeks learning about business, learning about how to do a checking account and how to use a debit card and how businesses collaborated and worked together and how teams worked and all of these things. And the culmination of this experience was at the very end, they got to go to BizTown, which is in St. Paul. And it's like a 12,000 square foot facility where they go in and for a day, they run businesses. And they get to take all of these skills that they've learned over the last handful of weeks and put them into practice. And as a business owner, I loved the idea that my kids were getting exposed to this. It was important to me. And also it exposed them to some great career opportunities and how things really work kind of once you're done with school. And I was so impressed that in 4th and 5th grade that this was happening. It was cool, right? And if I found out later at one of our teacher award ceremonies that it's actually stemmed from the foundation. The foundation is one of the organizations that helped create this opportunity for my kids. And it was cool to make that connection because I had seen it. I had gone out, I had been a chaperone when they went to BizTown. I had experienced it firsthand. I had seen the impact that it made on them. And then to be able to connect the dots back to the foundation was awesome. So.
Yeah, I love that. Same with me, actually. I was a chaperone for the BizTown experience at Chan Elementary the year that my daughter went. And yeah, it's a prime example of how some of that seed money to kind of try something new, to pilot something in one building with a small group of students really has blossomed into an amazing, life-changing experience for so many of our students across the district. So yeah, perfect example. Thanks, John.
Awesome.
You know, obviously donate is one way in which folks on the call, we got 50 families on this call tonight, can help support the foundation. But from your perspective, sort of as a communications guy and a branding guy, what can community members do to support the work of the foundation and the students and the teachers that we serve?
You know, it was interesting because when I started thinking about this, I actually had to make a list because there were a lot of things that you could do, which was cool, right? So one of the first things is we're active on social media. So follow us on social. If you see something cool, share it. There are so many opportunities for us to celebrate what our teachers are doing in the district, all the awesome work that they're doing, and the work that the foundation is doing. We have an awesome district, and this is one of those spots where it's really easy to celebrate that, follow it, and share it. The other things, if you have a teacher that your student, your child has had that you love and that has really made a difference and an impact for them, nominate them. We do Teacher of the Year every year. Like, this is an awesome opportunity for us to recognize those teachers who are doing such amazing work for our kids. You can be an ambassador. There are always volunteer opportunities to help with events. And then best of all, you can join the board. Like, if you're interested in really diving in deeper with this, you can join the board. You can get onto the communications committee, with helping with the marketing. We've got a great events committee that puts on events like this. And then development, fundraising. There are so many ways to get involved. So no matter what your talent is, what your gift is, what you like to do, there's a spot for you on this board. So I would just encourage you, reach out and join us in this work because it's awesome. And it's a great way to celebrate all the awesome things in this district.
Thanks, John. You totally sold that. Obviously, that was where I was going to go after this. You know, you're a shining example of a really great board member, someone who is bringing their talents and their day job, right, as a marketer, as someone who owns a small business in the area, to the foundation, right? So those kind of directly applicable skills. And I'm super grateful for all of the contributions that you've made. So thank you for being a part of the foundation board. And yes, do what John said. If you feel compelled to help us out, be an ambassador, follow us on social media. And if you've got some time on your hands and you're interested in serving on the board, we would love to have a conversation with you. So I think Kelly just put in the chat, Kelly's our operations coordinator, how to get in touch with us to learn more about the District 112 Foundation and serving on the board of directors. But we would absolutely love to hear from you. So with that, next we're going to pivot a little bit and talk about the impact of the foundation on teaching and learning. One of the ways that we lift up and recognize teachers throughout the district is through, as John mentioned, that Teacher of the Year program. And now we're going to toss it over to a video from Nina Kirkman. Nina Kirkman, who was our Teacher of the Year in 2019, reflects a little bit in this video about what it's like to be named Teacher of the Year, how she takes her passion for exposing our students to the natural world to the next level with the help of some of that foundation money that she received on account of that award. So sit back and enjoy this brief video from Nina.
Greetings, my name is Nina Kirkman, and I had the extreme honor of being the 2019-2020 Teacher of the Year for District 112 in Eastern Carver County Schools. It was an honor to represent all of the amazing and innovative educators that I work with, people who have stepped up and been creative and compassionate during this time of distance learning and looked for ways to meet the needs of students in new ways. And maintain those connections and relationships, because that's what it's all about, the kids. So I can remember back when we used to go to school in a physical building, I was meeting with a group of students during a coaching workshop, and we were reading an article about the bleaching of coral reefs and some of the effects of global climate change. And I can remember one of my students looked me right in the eye and she said, "Mrs. Kirkman, what can we do? What can we do?" And in that moment, I was humbled by her passion and her empathy and her care for the world and the environment. And it took me a while to figure out an answer to her question, but one of the things that we came up with that we could do was to build a pollinator garden. And it's still in the works, but that is how we decided to use the award money from my Teacher of the Year award. So I met with a group of students, and we had some great discussions and planning sessions and looking at flowers and spaces. And so there is a plan. There are seeds that are ready to be ordered, and the pollinator garden, although it's been put on a slight hold, will be happening in the spring of this next school year. And I'm very excited about that. So thank you to all of the people who donated money so that those awards can be given, because it's doing amazing things to meet passions of our students. Wrote a little love song for the teachers of District 112 who inspire and amaze me during this time as we transition to distance learning. So a little tune for you today. Hope you enjoy.
Sometime in our life,
there's a pandemic, there's distance learning. Teachers will not rest, trying to connect with hearts brightly burning.
You inspire me. Together we're strong, learning new things to help our students carry on. And everyone will give these kids somebody to lean on. Cut!
That is awesome. That is awesome. Nina, thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you to the teachers. As someone who regularly embarrasses himself on live television, just about every Saturday morning, if you haven't missed it, it usually regularly happens. Singing in front of a camera and doing things like that can be a little bit iffy, but it tells you just how much our teachers care, that they're willing to do anything for the students of this district. And I was struck at how Nina, and frankly, all the teachers of our district, they have questions every day, questions from kids, and they have answers, and they come up with immediate answers and tangible answers, like she did with the pollinator garden, which is just so very cool that she was able to do that. And I hope that we all get back together. Nina, there you are. I didn't see you before. Congratulations, Nina. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you do. And by the way, before I continue, if you really want a good smile, go to your wide grid. There's a lot of kids here who are seeing each other for the first time in probably, I'm going to guess, maybe at least a week, if not more. And they're very cute. They're waving to each other. So kids, if you're nearby and you see a friend of yours in your class, just give them a wave. Say hi. I love that. It is making all of us smile tonight. We all need a little bit of that, don't we? Well, we are halfway through, just like that. Just in a snap, we're halfway through already, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying learning a bit about more of the foundation and the mission to advance excellence and innovation in education throughout the Eastern Carver County School District. Again, please remember the charity auction online. You got the link in the chat, but it's www.charityauction.bid/112gives-220, or you can download the app on your phone as well, and you can get bidding. Next, we're going to hear from Eric Songer, who is a music teacher, who has a great name to be a music teacher, by the way. I don't know if you did that because of that, Eric, but it's brilliant. At Chaska Middle School West, who will share with us the impact of the Next Generation Music grant he received from the District 112 Foundation.
Well, first of all, I'm going to be hiring Nina to be our new vocal coach for our program and doing all of our video editing. That was awesome. Woo! Nina, you rock, my friend. I'm so inspired by you. You are so cool. I'm also so fortunate to have been supported by the District 112 Foundation many times during my 24 years here. And I am honored to work with so many incredible teachers who have ideas that reshape education here. And it can't happen without support. And District 112 Foundation is one of the greatest groups that supports us teachers. So thank you so much. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our Next Generation of Music Education program. I know some of you have students that are currently in it who have been in it before, and I'm so honored to be able to work with your kids. So I'm going to start with a little bit, I'm going to share my screen here real quick. Hopefully it works okay. This is our garage band. And some of you are familiar with our garage band, some of you aren't, but check them out. They're amazing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Woo! Oh, there's so much fun. I tell you what, I miss that so much, and I can't wait to be back in person. That all started like 17 years ago, and it started with a District 112 Foundation grant. And it started after I saw the movie School of Rock. I don't know if any of you saw that movie, but I was so inspired. We're like, we're going to start a rock program here at District 112. And what's happened after that, and with big thanks to District 112 helping us fund getting instruments, getting technology, getting gear, it's been so amazing. So what we try to do in this program is we try to go beyond the traditional band, choir, and orchestra that most schools have, and get students that are involved in music that aren't typically in the music program. And it also gives students who are already in the program more opportunities. About half those kids you just saw are in band, choir, and orchestra, and they want to be in this too. And then the other half probably would never be in a school music group if it's not for these different kinds of groups that we do. And it also offers relevant and rigorous learning for kids through different styles of music. And we're able to represent our community with performances here and beyond. And some of our after school groups that we have are the Garage Band. That was the original. But over the years, we've also started a rhythm section, which is like a jazz, pop, rock, country group, our country bluegrass band, our hip hop academy. That's Gordy, who's DJing for us here in just a little bit. And then our mariachi Latin band. Oh, there's so much fun. And then beginning guitar, beginning ukulele, the School of Rock class, music technology, movie band, holiday band, and we still do marching band, jazz band, and honor band. So these are all groups that we are able to do thanks to the support of District 112. And it's slowly made its way into our school day programs too. We have these WIN ensembles. WIN stands for What I Need. And we have students come up during their WIN time to, they choose the peers that they're gonna work with and form a group with. They choose the music they're gonna do. And it ranges from pop to classical to movie themes. We write the music for their instrumentation, and then they rehearse during WIN time and perform in the spring. And it's been super cool with the technology and gear that we've gotten through District 112 to still do this during distance learning. Check out this group. This is a group from, let me see if I can get this up here real quick. This was done last spring with one of our WIN ensembles. Oh, no, we already saw that. Here we go. Yeah, so again, thanks to the technology and the instruments and gear that we got, we were able to make those videos last spring during distance learning. And how cool for those students to have that opportunity to do that. So I'll just wrap up here by saying we were able to teach a lot of different concepts about music outside of what we traditionally do in band, choir, orchestra, including songwriting, composition, theory, history, listening, improvisation, our Composer of the Month program, and best yet, it makes connections amongst all these kids. And they get to do other performances, they get to learn about all these different areas of music. It builds their confidence. Oh, it's so amazing watch them build their confidence on stage. And of course, their love of music and their love of school. Just to have that connection with something at school is so huge. And we're spreading our message of this program all over the world. Our garage band went to Chicago last year for a tour. We got to play at Hard Rock Cafe. We got to play at Six Flags. And my colleague here, Scott Prescott, and I are presenting all over the country at national conferences in New York City, Orlando, Dallas, Denver, all over the place, talking about this stuff. And it basically all started with District 112 funding this program. So I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for those of you who have kids who've been in the program. I'm so lucky to teach here and to do this. So thank you so much, everybody, for your support. And thank you for this evening. This is so awesome, everybody.
Eric, thank you so much. That was so cool to listen to those kids. They're really good. I don't know about you. I'm sure you were singing along. I was singing along. And when that young lady just started belting that out, I was like, wow, where did that come from? Which is so cool. You talk about the confidence and you can see that, use that confidence to just belt it out and go. And music is so important. I was a drummer in high school, all through high school, in fact, in the jazz band. And it really, it opened up a whole new world for me with music and jazz music. And it's there's so many studies that show how beneficial it is for kids to play music. So Eric, thank you so much. And now I would like to introduce the Chaska Care Team, which is a group of parents, students, staff, and community members who have come together to end hunger at Chaska High School, in addition to providing other resources and support for students in need at CHS. The Chaska Care Team leverages the support of the District 112 Foundation in the form of fiscal sponsorship. Let's check out a brief video, and it shares a little bit more about how they support high schoolers and their families.
our food pantry here at Chaska High School. We pack bags full of food or toiletries for the families and students here at Chaska High School and in the Chaska community that can't either afford food or they're having hardship at home and they need a little bit more help and support.
The care team in the Hawk Hall have been able to help students who are worried about whether they're going to be able to eat supper that night or sometimes during the weekends that they might run out of food. And so that's something that we as a staff and students and community, nobody wants to have families going through that. And so we just want to be able to help. And the Hawk Hall and care team have been able to make sure that any student that wants food can get food every single week.
A student brings in a donation, such as a can of food or a box of food, something non-perishable, and can either put it in the main house office, or we might be doing a drive and then that can be brought to any office. We'll then take that food, bring it up here, label it with the expiration date, and then we'll put it on the shelf.
We also have things like toiletries, school supplies, and we can get other things through the care team. Like if they don't have a winter coat or they can't afford glasses or there's something that is coming in between them and their education. And so it's just a really great resource because students can get what they need so that they can have those just basic necessities and then they can come to school and be able to focus on their work.
The Hawk Hall helps kids directly in our community that go to our school, so they're our friends, our peers, the kids that we see in class. It's not just like we're helping people that we don't know, we're helping the kids in our school.
When we can give back to our community, then it feels like we are so much more connected to each other.
When I do the Hawk Hall, I am receiving happiness. It feels so great to know I'm making some kind of difference in someone's life.
There's such a sense of community during this experience and I feel very happy to be a part of it.
It feels good to know that you're helping people in your community, that you are able to give back.
It's just a really great way to build community in our school.
Wow, a very powerful video. I love that not only do the kids who receive the food get help, but the kids who are on the other side of that get such a valuable lesson in community and in giving, and it's incredible. And now to share a little bit more about how the COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in an increased need for basic services and support at Chaska High School, let's welcome Tara Halvorson, who is a counselor at Chaska High School and a member of the Chaska care team. Hi, Tara.
Hi, thank you. Happy Saturday evening, everyone. Thank you to the District Foundation for including our Chaska Hall and care team in this meaningful night of gathering together as a community. Like Dave said, I'm Tara Halvorson, and I'm a counselor at Chaska High School. My family also lives in this community, and my daughters both recently graduated from Chaska High School. I can't tell you how proud that I am and that we all are to be part of the Hawk family. As you all know, the pandemic has affected each of us in the community in our own unique ways. And for many of our families, their basic needs weren't being met before the pandemic. Last March, many of our families reached out to us and expressed their need for additional help. And our care team was able to organize and adopt a family system where students have been packing bags of food and toiletries from our Hawk Hall, and our staff and parent volunteers then deliver these bags of food and toiletries and gift cards to their adopt-a-family homes every other week for the last 9 months. Since school has started, our numbers of families expressing need has over doubled. And this increased need is not just at Chaska High School, but it's being felt all across the district. Although our numbers have increased, so has the significant support by our community partners. We are continuing our deliveries to families in need of a little extra care by utilizing resources from our amazing nutrition services, the Hawk Hall, our care team, and continued donations from our compassionate community members. What I can share with you tonight is the families that we're connecting with and getting food into their homes are so incredibly grateful. The smile behind their mask can be seen in their eyes and felt through their words and sometimes tears of appreciation. So I want to express a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has generously given and will continue to give of their time, of their energy, and of their donations to support the Chaska Hawk Hall and the care team. You guys are all making a difference in the lives of our students and families. So thank you so, so very much.
I wish I could unmute everybody so you could see and hear the applause, because it's well deserved. Tara, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for what your kids are doing at Chaska High School and the entire district, because it is very, very much needed right now. And we all know that. Now that we have had a chance to hear about several ways our district benefits from the generosity of donors to the District 112 Foundation and learned about the ongoing needs to support teaching and learning in Eastern Carver County Schools, I'm going to pass it back over to Angela to help us understand a bit more about how we can help. Take it away, Angela.
Thanks, Dave. Well, this is going great so far. It's really been so fun. Heartwarming stories, smiling faces, kids in the little Hollywood squares, which if you use that reference among millennials or Gen Zers, they have no idea what you're talking about. Just fair warning. I've tried it. It's not been successful. I would love if we could give a good old-fashioned Zoom thumbs up or clap if you're having a good time. If you don't know how to do that, push a button, right? Down and below, you can do the little clap or you can do the little thumbs up, whatever you want to do. But I would love to see your support. Yeah, absolutely. Well, on behalf of the Board of Directors, a sincere thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. I'm going to tell you a couple quick stories, but first I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge my fellow board members. Board members, could you please give a wave so that folks could see you if they haven't already had the chance to do so? Well, as you've hopefully gathered by now, the mission of the 112 Foundation is to advance excellence and innovation in education here in Eastern Carver County Schools. We've been committed to ensuring that everything we do has a direct connection to our mission. In doing so, we lift up teachers. You've seen that tonight. We reward them for their extraordinary work. We feed their creativity, and we empower them to never stop learning and growing as professionals for the benefit of our kids. We also support students, both those lacking basic needs that allow them to focus on learning, as was the case with Tara and the Chaska Care team, and those with great promise as learners. We haven't talked about scholarships tonight, but we support scholarships as well. That's what we do, and it's what we've done in some capacity for over 30 years in the district. Well, so far tonight, we've filled up over 20 minutes explaining how the generosity of donors in our communities has impacted the lives of our students, their families, and the teachers who encourage them to reach for the stars. And we could easily fill up many more 20-minute segments, but Zoom fatigue is real. So I'm going to keep it short as I talk about why we do this work and why we need your support. In reality, it's the same reason you're all a part of this event tonight, which I heard loud and clear as I bopped around Chanhassen today, delivering the VIP packages. The first why came in the form of a conversation with a Bluff Creek family, under normal circumstances that is, about how learning is going for their little one in the Online Learning Academy. In short, they've been incredibly impressed with the experience they've had, and we all agreed that our teachers are absolutely killing it right now. Think about that. Killing it on the heels of a failed referendum, after being smacked in the face with crippling budget cuts, in the middle of a pandemic that all argue until I'm blue in the face has not impacted any sector more significantly than education. They've reinvented their work, they've remained nimble as goalposts continue to move, and they've steeled their resolve to make their way through it all because they believe that our kids deserve a world-class education and that they are the ones who've been called to deliver it. That commitment to excellence through exceptional adversity takes my breath away. And I hope that through these trying times for all of us, that you find a few moments to reflect on all the ways our teachers have really risen to this moment of incredible consequence for our communities in a way that we can never repay. To the teachers and staff joining us tonight, thank you. Thank you for all that you're doing. The second why came in a conversation with one of the leaders of the Chan Elementary PTO. We talked a little bit about the struggles of fundraising and what tricky times we're in as we navigate engaging in the sometimes uncomfortable, especially right now, process of asking people for money. Like all fundraising organizations, both of our groups have been impacted significantly by 2020's ridiculousness. We've had to cancel fundraising events. We're not able to engage in informal neighborhood conversations like we used to as a way to organically spread the word about needs. Families in our communities have not been immune to the impacts of the economic downturn. Meanwhile, as Tara said and others, needs have exploded. Supports that our teachers couldn't have even imagined needing 10 months ago have all of a sudden become absolutely critical. Pivots, right? That magical word in these last 10 months, pivots aren't cheap, especially when they involve human capital or technology, and our educational needs require both. All of this results in a bit of a catch-22. Organizations that support education in our area and everywhere are experiencing incredible demand while dealing with a dwindling supply of resources. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean for that to be all doomsday. We've had enough of that this year. In reality, we can be optimistic. And that is because we've got 50 families on this call. You answered the call of the foundation to join us tonight. Not because we were offering an opportunity to get dressed up and go out on the town. We will do that next year, okay, so hang tight. And not because we promised anything extraordinary. You joined us because you've heard the same two stories that I shared with you. You know how hard our teachers are working. You know the difference they're making in the lives of students across our district. And you know that while those around you may be struggling financially, you are in a relative position to be generous. For showing up tonight, I thank you. As we move into this new year, we know full well that there's a direct correlation between quality schools and vibrant communities. We know that teachers hold our collective future in the palm of their hands. We know that our students' lives are forever changed by their educational experiences. Going forward, we want the very, very best for those teachers and kids, both because they absolutely deserve it and also because our future and theirs depends on it. So let's move boldly forward toward 2021 with gratitude, optimism, and generosity. And let's start tonight. I hope you've been engaged in the bidding on the silent auction. I know I have, and I've been in a war with a few people, and that you've been moved by the stories behind the faces that you've seen on this call. I invite you, as you're able, to join me by giving. We're going to go full 2020, and we're going to use a super fun text to give platform. So if you have your phone nearby, grab it. What we're going to do is we're going to text 112 gives, all one word, to 44321. 44321, and text 112 gives. That will lead you to a quick and easy giving page. You can check that out in the chat. Kelly will pop that in for a reminder of those instructions. Otherwise, if you'd rather stay and do things on your computer, she's also going to give you a link in the chat that will take you to the District 112 Foundation webpage, where you can also give a gift. You can give a one-time gift, or you can do the set it and forget it version of setting up a recurring gift, which is fantastic and super easy, and you'll join our Constant Star program. However you give tonight, I hope you give generously, and I thank you for your current and continued support of the foundation. All right, I'm going to give the almost last word to Superintendent Lisa Sayles-Adams before we close with a toast and an epic dance party. Let's hear from Lisa.
Hello, District 112 Foundation Gala attendees. I am Lisa Sayles-Adams, Superintendent of Eastern Carver County Schools. Thank you so much for your support of the foundation this evening and its work on behalf of our district students and teachers. I am so sorry I cannot be with you in person tonight, but I'm also so grateful for all that you do for our schools. Since I started in July, I have been so impressed by our district. We have an outstanding group of educators and staff whose commitment to our students is second to none. Our community cares deeply for our schools. This is, of course, an unprecedented time. I am so proud we were able to start off the year in person and that our students and teachers had the last 2 months together. I know pivoting to distance learning will be a challenge for all of us, students, families, and staff, but I believe in this district and know we will get through what is ahead of us together. Our success in no small part lies in what we can accomplish together as a community. I know we will rally together to do what we need to get our students back in school as soon as it is safe to do so. I know too that we will continue to find ways to support our students and staff in and out of the classroom. That is why your support tonight is so important. Thank you for showing up virtually for our district. We truly appreciate it. From the Teacher of the Year program to the grants that support innovative work in our classrooms, the foundation is a great partner in highlighting the outstanding work that goes on in our schools every day. Thank you again for being here tonight. I look forward to meeting you in person when it is safe. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful evening.
Yay! Yay, Lisa. Hey, did you all see that cocktail dress on Lisa? I love it, and I cannot wait to see it in person when we're able to gather together at a fun fundraising event at some point in the future. With that, I would like to propose a toast. So before we dance ourselves out of this soiree, grab a beverage, right? If you used, your kids might be using this thing as a wand, but if not, you used it as a stir stick, I'm sure. No matter what you're drinking, it may be water. Very good, Dave. I'm glad that you're only drinking water this evening. Here's a toast: to learners, to teachers, and to a bright future for Eastern Carver County Schools. Cheers, everybody. Okay, well, I'm excited to introduce our closing number, which is DJ 40. And if you didn't hear Eric Songer talk about the fact that he was a former student of Eric's, what a fantastic connection, and certainly the fruits of the labor of Eric and his fellow music teachers throughout the district. Excited about that. Before we do transition to the dance party, I want to give just a couple of shout outs. One final reminder: bid on the online auction. There are so many great things in that auction. There's also an opportunity in that auction to just give a straight up gift. So if you don't see anything that you want to bid on, or you just want to go ahead and give a gift, you've got several ways now. We've given you the text to give option. We've given you the link to our website, and in the Octria app or on that website, you can also give a straight up gift. Otherwise, let the bidding wars begin, folks. I am excited to bid and compete with a couple of people for the couple of things that I have in mind. A final thank you to our amazing MC, Dave Schwartz. Let's give him a round. Awesome.
Thank you thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you bet, Dave. Super excited to have you on. Thanks so much for joining us. A thank you to our sponsors, Eastern Carver County Schools, for the use of their Zoom, and American Business Solutions for our VIP packages, and all of the businesses and individuals who donated to our online auction. So now, with that, I am ready to toss it over to DJ 40, who is going to play us out with some epic family-friendly music for a dance party. Let's do this.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my voice, I'm a woman. Don't tell the truth. You say well, I'm really old, I can't you around since I was born. Against the heart, you tell me you may look the other way, but we can't talk. I understand. We all talk about the man. You look at the way you stay alive, stay alive. You see it, thinking you make me stay alive, stay alive. Stay alive, stay alive. Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life, everything natural, I want the whole. Cause you don't even know, I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. Holding you close, cause you don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Say I can make your hands clap. Every night when the stars come out, and I'm the only living soul around. Need to believe you could hold me down, cause I've been needing something good right now. We could be screaming till the sun comes out, and when we wake we need the only sound. Get on my knees and see if we'll change round. I can make your hands clap. I can make your hands clap. My face is searching for your listing, this will never do that. I'm like a stranger, give me danger on your road and your right. Secrets I'm blowing to the freeway, you're a keeper of crap. Feel no conviction, so I can only see it now. But you don't even know, I can make your hands to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gonna celebrate and have a good time. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. Gonna celebrate and have a good time.
Yeah, I know you been like that. On it like a horse, baby. Shouldn't say you're wicked like that. You really feel the one that's raging. Chasing our crazy dreams. Hoping that the bridge won't cave in. So now we let it all go free. Give me the thing, I'm maybe rocking at the dance. Give me the thing, I'm maybe rocking at the dance. Now she know me, I'm taking at the dance. Give me the thing, I'm maybe rocking. Give me the thing, I'm maybe rocking at the dance. Give me the thing, I'm maybe rocking at the dance.
It's spraying like your name on a fire. You wanna tame your desire, but you like it from my name getting higher. I did wait for Messiah, but I'm so that day I'm a rise up. I put my light in the air, I wanna see you everywhere. Nobody wanna see you, you like you wanna see you. Be my day for my people, I know say I'm out to the next one. I wanna see you, you like you wanna see you.
We could be more than just, we could be more than just, we could be more than just part-timers. 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 I'm falling for my street. Where's my heart begin to be? I've been home, but I don't know how. I don't know how to be too bad. I can feel your love pulling me from the underground. I can feel my love. We could be more than just part-timers. I can feel your love picking me up from the underground. I can feel my love. We could be more than just part-timers. I can feel your touch picking me up from the underground. I need my drugs. We could be more than just part-timers. We could be more than just part-timers. We could be more than just, we could be more than just, we could be more than just part-timers. I can feel your love. We could be more than just part-timers. I can feel your, and you hear me, and you hear me. We could be more than just, we could be more than just, we could be more than just part-timers. The 25th night of September, lovers changing the minds of pretenders, while we chasing the clouds away. I was singing in the key of our souls, we're singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away. My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart to see you on the rooftop of love. Remember only knows I can love. Remember the true love I shared today.
I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around, the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. On my side, blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, I don't like this. You're the one I I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. Oh, the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. On my side, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, but I like this. You're the one I lost. I'm coming on to let you know. I can never see you on the road. I'm gonna let you know. This time twice. Just remember to always think twice. Don't think twice. Into my baby, that's the reason that me and you don't know, baby, right? I would like I know at all. Your dance, oh Lord, feel around, baby. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around making your girls' hearts. Don't make no use. You can't just think about me. Because I smell the sweet of you. I miss she's just a girl.
When the morning comes, we see what we've become. In the cold light of day, we're flaming the wind of the fire we begun. Every argument, every word we can't take back. Cause with all that has happened, I think that we both know where the story ends. There's only for a minute. I want to change my mind. This just don't feel right to me. I want to raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. Know that means I'll someone else was eating me up inside, but we ran our course. We pretended we're okay. Now if we jump together, at least we can swim far away from the wreck we made. Let only for a minute. I want to change my mind. This just don't feel right to me. I want to raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. So I'll go. I will go. So I'll go. I will go.
heal, you can take away. I'll tell the moon I could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you feel like a room without. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you feel like happiness is true. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here comes bad news, talking this and that. Yeah, give me all you got, don't hold back. Yeah, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah, no offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you feel like happiness is true. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't know you. Bring me down, the love is good. Bring me down, can't know you. Bring me down, I said. Bring me down, can't know you. Bring me down, the love is good. Bring me down, can't know you. Bring me down, I said. Come along if you feel like a room without a roof. Come along if you feel like happiness is true. Because I'm happy. Come along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Come along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Come on if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Come along if you feel like happiness is true. Because I'm happy. Come along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Come along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't know you. Bring me down, the love is good. Bring me down, can't know you. Bring me down.
Yay! Big up to DJ 40. All right. That's it, everybody. Thanks, DJ 40. Great having everybody on. Thanks for sticking with us through the dance party. Take that energy with you to the rest of the weekend. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining.